Yes, I'm Chris Hansen. I am the Senior Director of Digital at TGI Fridays. I think it's important to understand what your customer data can do for you. And so in order to do that, start small, right? The biggest thing is too many times people try to rush into something without understanding what it actually is meant to do for them and answering the question of why. So when you're looking at customer data for the first time, don't think about it in a 10-year span. Think about it in what can I do with this piece of data tomorrow, right? And make those small changes over time. Those small changes will then culminate into a much bigger block of information that you can use to make a larger impact on a longer term plan. Wow, so yeah, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, we were a much different organization, very siloed, very multiple different systems, very old systems. Over the course of my tenure there, we've really tried to consolidate and understand what systems were going to help us do the best job. And we've, over the course of the 3 years that I've been at Fridays, really made a digital transformation around the platforms by which we use and how they integrate across our system, not just one for one piece of a project or another, but how does this integrate and really help us across all systems. That wasn't the case many years ago. We were very siloed, like I said, in that approach. So that's the biggest change that we've made over the last few years. Yeah, so when I joined Fridays back in 2016, we were, from a digital perspective, on an Adobe platform with a Hybris backend. And since then, we've really migrated towards a single solution approach. So we've recently, as of February of this year, integrated SAP on a full scale. So, and actually, we're in the last final stages of really launching our marketing cloud from SAP to help us with the segmentation and the customer data approach that I've spoken about. It is going to be pivotal for us to be on a single platform that understands where we're at and what we're trying to do through push notifications, email, the website, the mobile app, how all of it will connect together in a single unified fashion. So that investment over the last year and a half has been pivotal for us to move forward and really make change the way that we want to at Fridays. Yeah, we're an old company with really great people that have really cool ideas. And so when you take and want to really innovate quickly, you have to think quickly, you have to act quickly. And that's, from a startup perspective, the mentality that we want to drive home. The technology is moving so fast these days that if you don't pivot quickly, you're left behind. And so we're always trying to look forward to say what's up and coming, what is really going to change that guest experience for us, and how can we implement that fast. We like to fail fast, and we like to test a number of things all at once to see what's going to do the best thing. So we're an established company. We've been around for a long time, but in order for us to continue succeeding and not be some of the brands that have fallen off on the wayside through technology, we have to change things quicker and really adapt to the times. And so that startup mentality of, we don't have a lot of money, but let's go do what we can with it and really make the biggest impact is really the culture that we're cultivating. Yeah, everyone wants to think that they've got the best cool idea that we can, and what we're trying to do is really, when we come up with those ideas, is really to understand how's it going to impact you as the customer. The mixologist in Flanagan that I spoke about earlier is really one of those ideas that is just kind of turns the bar upside down. The bar has always been a place where people feel comfortable and confident. They go and they sit with their friends and stuff, but then how do you take that to the next level to really show that we want you to be a part of this bar and really contribute to that bar. And if you can make a drink that's your own, how cool is that to be able to share that out and say, I made this drink, it's nowhere else, and it's mine, it's that Fridays. And then you can share that and other people can enjoy it. So we're always coming up with new and cool ideas that we want to go after. But again, I think the ultimate lens is, how does that work with the customer? How do we bring it back to solving a problem that the customer has, and the business KPI that we're trying to tie it to, whether that be engagement, awareness, increased revenue, however you want to look at it. So yeah, it's fun to work at Fridays because we're always challenging ourselves to do things differently. Yeah, personalization is key for, I think, society as a whole when it comes to retail and just the overall aspect. We're all tied to our phones on some level. And when you think about personalization, I think everyone tends to go to the biggest and boldest experience that they can think of, that everything knows exactly what I want when I want it. And that is personalization, but it's also kind of weird. So really at Fridays, we're trying to take a smaller step of saying, all right, how do I know when it's your birthday? What can I give you? If I know you order every day on Friday, every other month, then maybe I want you to come in one of those off months and I can personalize a message to you. So we're taking those small steps to really make you know that, one, we know who you are and we appreciate you for you, and we want to give you that experience that you expect. And so without really being, off-putting, like we're not listening to you when you're not wanting to be listened to, but when you engage with us, that we know exactly what you want. Lots of companies are trying to do this. Some are succeeding, some are not. We're trying to be the ones that aren't, or that are. I think one of the things that I've noticed with this summit, like others, you're bringing people together who want to solve problems, right? People who are really engaged in understanding, how do I do things differently? How do I do things faster than I have ever done? And bringing the right people together in order to share those ideas it's a hard thing to do, but when you do it right, and I'm seeing it here at the summit, you're passing along ideas and you're networking with people that are going to help you solve the problems of tomorrow with some of the things that they're doing today. And so it's really unique. I've had great conversations with a great deal of people from different industries, and I'm taking away tidbits of information that I never thought I would for the restaurant industry. So it's been really exciting thus far. Even starting last night at the happy hour, I mean, I sat with Belkin, who does electronics for phones and other charging opportunities, the metal industry. I mean, like people who I normally wouldn't be coming across with, that I'm having conversations with, and understanding that we all have similar problems that we're trying to solve. We're just doing it in different ways. And so, and even after my presentation, the amount of people who've come up and we've had conversations, and that connection, that opportunity to network and connect with people, not only in the moment but also long term, ultimately will broaden my opportunity and theirs, hopefully, to really understand how we're doing things in the digital world or in the informational world, and we can all grow to where we can really succeed in our careers. That's really all we want to do, is be able to do something positive, make an impact, and ensure that the people that we're touching have that experience that they want.